5-1.
They lost their life savings because of one bad decision. These people put their trust in the wrong person. An investor, a broker, a preacher. How can you avoid being conned? Next, Donahue.
Friday at 4.
Gang warfare takes down another victim.
Where you shot?
And the CHP takes down a drug dealer.
He's got some crank in his bindles, dude.
On the next, real stories of the Highway Patrol.
Friday night at 7:30 on Cairo TV, Channel 7.
Next, Sally, the trouble with transsexuals in prison.
Thelma, get Mr. Keller on the line.
I have no desire to hurt you. I don't hate you. I don't feel anything for you. I just want to be free of you. That's it. You think I'm like you, plotting, lying, deceiving. I'm not. I hate all of that about you. I hate it. But if you think that I deliberately manipulated and lied, well, maybe that's good. Because maybe now you know what it feels like.
Would you like the new meridian projections now or in the morning?
Now.
There you go.
I'm amazed that you're still here.
You know, I could ask you the same thing. Don't you know when it's time to quit?
I never quit.
Work's not a bad painkiller.
I thought you and Ellie managed rather well at the meeting this afternoon.
Well, Ellie's a pro, so am I.
I'm glad to hear that. Are you two pros having dinner this evening? Before she goes back to... What's so funny?
Well, it just so happens that today is our anniversary. Guess it doesn't count if you're divorced, though, right?
The designs to the tower are completed?
Providing I find every last rivet in its proper place, yeah.
Well, knowing what a perfectionist you are, I don't doubt it. So, does this mean that tonight, on top of whatever else it is you have planned, you're finally gonna tell me your deep, dark secrets?
No. Tomorrow, I promise. Tonight is for romance. Be here about 7:45?
I will be waiting. Whoa, looks like a storm's brewing out there.
Yeah, that's another reason I want to get back to the site. Make sure the guys knock off early. It'd be dangerous up on that scaffolding.
Kind of reminds me of the night Michael Alcott died.
That is the last unhappy thought for tonight.
Yeah, give me a vodka neat. How could you keep something so important from me? And then talk to me about love, Neil? My God, I've shared with you everything. Everything that's been inside me that I've been ashamed of my whole life. Everything.
Curtis, stop.
Last night when I asked you to talk to me, to share with me, to tell me, you talked to me about love. What a joke! If I hadn't heard him on the machine, you never would have told me. Well, here's to you, Neil.
Cynthia Linders.
Yeah, been quite a while. Since high school, back in Peoria, to be exact. Look, do I have to stand out here in the hall?
Cynthia, it's not a very good time right now. I'm sorry.
We'll make it short and sweet. I saw your picture in the paper for that Blackbird Award thing.
Blackburn.
Yeah, whatever.
Blackburn Award.
Boy, done pretty good for yourself.
Cynthia, what are you doing here?
Well, I thought it was time for me and my future sister-in-law to get reacquainted. That's right. Royce popped the question. We're engaged.
as the world turns.
Some deep-down greasy stains are just too scary for detergents alone. But here's a stain remover that won't run from a really tough stain. New Shout Gel with the built-in brush. It's concentrated power that stays where you put it and works deep into fibers to shout out greasy stains too scary for detergents alone. Want a tough stain out? Shout it out with New Shout Gel from SC Johnson Wax.
Top off a plain old salad with delicious cheddar cheese, and you know what your family will say.
Cheddar cheese? Yum.
Great salad, hon.
Mom, more cheddar. That's better.
Cheddar makes everything better.
The only cookie with. I am totally into candy bars. Big time. But I hate what they do to my tush. So check this out. This one's got crunchy roasted peanuts and a major chocolatey coating on the outside, but less fat than any leading candy bar, and it's only 120 calories. It's the fabulously delicious peanut butter crunch bar from Ultra Slim Fast. A candy bar that tastes this good, and it's Ultra Slim Fast? What more could a girl want?
The Ultra Slim Fast Crunch Bars.
Ooh, awesome.
No, Thelma, there's no point in you waiting for Mr. Keller to return the call. You might be here all night. Go home, have a good time, or better yet, go out and have a good time, and say hi to Chester from me.
So this is new, huh? N. Alcott. See, you're subsidizing our art director's second career?
I wouldn't mind. I'd rather like to do that, but that's a gift, actually. It's, nice, isn't it? It's Amalfi.
Amalfi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it seems very odd to me, all the things that keep cropping up that Neil Alcott and Royce Keller have in common.
Yeah? Well, they're artists. She's a big fan of his career, although they never met each other before they came here to Oakdale. I bet that's him now, finally returning my call, my lovely architect. Yes?
Royce Keller, about those final blueprints.
Yes, if you're going to tell me that your sojourn in Italy has delayed things.
You'll have them tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Good, wonderful. Now, my PR people want to know when they can schedule a groundbreaking.
That's not my concern.
Well, what they have in mind is a photo opportunity for the next annual report, and that means you and me, with our hands on a shovel, or something like that.
It's your dirt, Mrs. Walsh. I'll most likely be in Italy.
Oh, no, Mr. Keller, you will not be in Italy. You will be here if I have to put you under lock and key. Now, what time shall I tell my PR people? Oh, I'm beginning to despise that man.
What now?
The tower's finished.
That's bad?
I thought he was going to call me up with a lot of excuses.
Well, it's always frustrating when you can't work out the scene that you had in your head. But anyway, we'll have the new headquarters sooner than we thought, which means I will get my corner office.
What corner office is that?
The one that has my name on the door with the view that inspires.
Oh, if it takes that to inspire you, you're in big trouble. Thelma's been feeding him too much. Did you notice that? It's fat! Fat! One needs one shark, lean and hungry.
But not too hungry. And that reminds me, I'm starving. What would you say if I asked you out to dinner? A working dinner. On my expense account.
Larry, hi. Sorry, I was in the shower.
Your mom's dropping some papers off with Bob, and she's planning on coming over and saying hello.
Oh, well, come on in.
Thanks. You got a big day tonight, huh? Listen, I was hoping I could get a word with you first about the in vitro.
Yeah?
Your mother seems to feel the need to talk to Dr. Michaels. And although I don't, if it would help her...
Sure. What do you want me there too?
If you wouldn't mind.
Set it up. If it'll help Mom make up her mind, I'm all for it.
Thank you. Oh, listen, don't say anything to her. I don't want her to think we've been talking about this.
I can be very subtle. Trust me. Mom, hi.
Hi.
Come in. Is that what you're wearing tonight?
It's a little informal.
You think? Oh, it's getting nasty out there. I wish I'd remembered my hairspray.
Ah, speaking of which,
How'd you like to do my hair? Remember, you had to work the night of my junior prom, so I figured you'd owe me. Big. I knew she'd get me when. Do you mind?
Me stand in the way of beauty? Are you kidding?
All right, well, I'm gonna go get my hairbrush and bobby pins.
And don't forget the hairspray. Thank you, sweetheart. If Royce is really going to propose to her tonight, I'm going to try to use this time to convince her of the virtues of a long engagement.
Good luck.
I can't help it. I can't forget those bruises on her arms. And all those little trips that Royce had to go off on. Amalfi romance and diamond necklaces aside, my gut instinct tells me to watch out.
Your cough seems to be better. Water. Gee, thanks. Yeah. Gets a little dusty in the packing room. Gets in your chest. Beautiful, isn't it? From Royce? You betcha. It's real, too. I had no idea you two were still seeing each other. Oh, yeah. Since high school. You didn't know? Well, I guess you and he aren't as close as you used to be, huh? You still live in Peoria, Cynthia? Yeah. Royce wants it that way. He comes to see me about once a month. Of course, we gotta keep it real quiet on account of the work he's doing and all. It gets a little frustrating, but then at Easter, he gave me this rock, and last week we went and got the blood test and the marriage license and all. And just when it looked like we're finally going somewhere, he disappeared. Disappeared? Yeah, see, he told me he'd be back the first of the month, make me a June bride, but then he never showed up. I'm starting to get a little worried. I mean, he does have a dangerous job and all. How do you usually contact him? Kidding, that'd be too risky. I mean, I know about that office he has in New York, but that's just a front for the undercover work he's doing for the government. Are you telling me Royce Keller is a spy? I mean, you don't know
that is
anything?
absurd, Cynthia.
Wait a minute. I thought he would have leveled with you on account of you being his sister and all. Maybe I made a mistake coming here. Maybe he didn't trust you after all.
Doesn't work for the government, and my brother is not going to marry you.
Oh, yeah? Who says? Miss Neal, always acting like you're better than everybody else. You never liked me, did you? Well, your brother likes me just fine, and this proves it.
Well, I think it's time you get back to Peoria, Cynthia.
Boy, you are cold. You don't give a damn about your brother, do you? You don't even care if he's in some kind of trouble. No wonder he never told you anything. Please, get out of here. Sure. Brush me off. You can't stand it, because I'm gonna be your sister-in-law. Well, tough, because Royce loves me, and there's nothing you can do about it, so don't even try. So if I hear you've been making trouble for me, Neal, you'll be sorry. You'll be real sorry.
Oh my God, Royce, what have you done? Graham, it's Neal. I need to speak to my brother, please.
I'm afraid he's not at home.
When he comes home, you tell him to call me immediately.
I know that Mr. Keller has plans for this evening.
Tell him it's an emergency. You tell him that Cynthia Linders just showed up at my place and told me she's engaged to him.
You better sit down for this. The tampon you probably used was designed ages ago by a man. A woman gynecologist designed OB. It expands all around. It helps prevent fluid going by. OB, you can stand up for it.
I knew something must be wrong. I was getting these sharp pains, and sometimes pressure and bloating. I'm glad I asked my doctor. He said it was gas, and recommended Mylanta Gas.
Mylanta Gas. It has the best medicine for gas.
You will know it by the scent in the air. The richness. The color. The unbridled flavor. Yuban. Made from 100% Colombian beans. The richest coffee in the world. Yuban. Taste the spirit of coffee.
The only cookie with.
There is an allergy medicine so effective, it relieves allergy symptoms just as well as the leading prescription brand. It's called chlortrimeton.
This summer, why not try something totally unexpected and almost totally undiscovered? Picket Fence is the best show you've never seen, tonight on CBS.
When Dr. Quinn and Sully investigate the source of poisoned water,
I'll shut you down.
it brings them close to danger and even closer to each other. Dr. Quinn, Saturday.
Let's stop by and wish you and Margot a happy 10th anniversary.
Thank you. She's picking up the boys over at Lila's. Got time for a beer?
Sure.
Good.
So did you two straighten everything out?
Oh, yeah. No, not yet. We're going to have a little quiet anniversary celebration right here at home.
Tom, she wouldn't be making such a big deal out of this if she didn't love you. From Sierra and me.
Well, thanks. I'll wait till Margot gets home to open that up. We have been through so damn much this year.
I know you have, Tom, but at least you went through it together. That builds a hell of a foundation.
Does it?
You know, as much as Sierra and I love each other, there's a lot that we didn't share. I mean, all those years she was in the jungle fighting with the rebels, that's when she forged her commitment to Montega. Maybe if I had been there with her, I might feel... Well, hey there.
Oh, it's great to come home and find you here.
Why would I not be here? I live here.
So, where are my nephews?
Oh, they're staying overnight at Mama's. She insisted, an anniversary gift. So can you stay for supper?
Actually, I'm meeting Ellie at the Mona Lisa, and I better get going. So I will see you tomorrow?
You better.
Okay.
Really missed you.
Yeah, likewise. That's a present from Sierra and me.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for the beer, Tom. Happy anniversary.
Thanks for stopping by.
You gonna tell me to count my blessings? That's what Mama's advice was.
Then I don't have to say it, do I? I love you.
I love you, too.
So, I canceled our reservations at Ellie's. We had the private dining room.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was a surprise. But then I thought that I didn't want to spend my anniversary in some kind of an armed truce, so I decided that we would just begin by talking about this and talking it all the way through, even if it takes all night. I know that was going to happen.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi!
And happy 10th anniversary.
Yeah, hit me again, AJ.
Who wrote Michael's suicide note, Scott?
What?
I know he didn't. I know you were on the scaffolding with him the day he died. I saw the flashlight in your trunk. I know you lied to me about what time you left work that night, and I know you showed up here soaking wet. You went back to the site that night, didn't you? I know whatever happened, it was an accident. But you were there, weren't you?
Drinking alone? Where's Neil?
Not with me.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Just great.
Listen, Scott, Damien and Lily asked us to join them for dinner, but we're early, so do you want to join us for a little while?
No, not tonight, thanks.
Well, if you change your mind, just come on over and join us.
Right.
Well, looks like we're not the only ones who are early.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's my great pleasure. Boy, don't you look swell.
You do. You look beautiful. And thank you very much for including me tonight.
Well, you're special to my grandfather, which makes you special to me.
Oh, well,
Sometimes you can't see what gets into your clothes, but you can smell it. The morning exercise routine. A day out on the lake. And to get those odors out better, there's new Gain with bleach. It has odor-removing bleach. A color-safe bleach that does more than brighten and whiten. It removes deep-down odors for clothes so clean they smell like they were dried in the sunshine. They're sunshine clean. New Gain with odor-removing bleach. There's no clean like sunshine clean.
Follow some busy women through your favorite store and you'll see them looking for the Visa tag, because clothes made of Visa have high quality with easy care. Look what happens to a solid oil stain on Visa and ordinary fabric in the wash. No contest. And Visa of Dacron hardly needs ironing. So look for that Visa tag next time you're shopping for fashion, easy care, and quality. Visa, made in the USA by Milliken. For us busy people, it's America's freedom fabric.
You want everything that touches your baby to be gentle, like his first friend and his first formula. We chose Carnation Good Start. It's different from other leading formulas. Good Start's protein is specially processed into smaller pieces to make it gentle, easily digestible. No formula is more nutritious. Remember, breast milk is best, but Good Start's the formula made to be gentle. Gentle for you. Carnation Good Start. It's made to be gentle.
Sunday, Jessica jams in a heavy metal murder.
Who said anything about music and murder going together?
But a different kind of heavy metal could kill her on Murder, She Wrote. Then, the biggest stars return to the stage. Find out who will win for Best Performances, Best Play, and Musical. Live from Broadway, Liza Minnelli hosts the Tony Awards Sunday. Rescue 911, Tuesdays on CBS.
Mr. and Mrs. Grimaldi, good evening.
Signora Lucinda, buonasera. Excuse me, Signor Grimaldi, your table's ready. Right this way. Thank you. If you'll excuse us.
Would you rather go elsewhere?
No, not at all. Why would I? You may want to change your mind. Thanks.
Hi. Hi.
Craig?
Well, Oakdale's favorite watering hole.
Change partners and dance.
Well, I was going to get room service, but Craig took pity on me, so.
Oh, did you reach Sierra?
Yes, she's fine. Kid's fine. She sends her love to you.
God bless her. Guess what? My another daughter is here. Lily's here. She's here with her newest husband.
Yes, we ran into them at the yacht club earlier.
Oh, you have met them, You mean you took pity on her for lunch as well?
Excuse me, will that be a table for four then?
No.
You manage things. I see Scott over there. I'm just going to have a word with him. Scott, where's Neil?
Well, I think the real question you should be asking is who is Neil?
What does that mean?
Oh, Lucinda, you'll find out. Sooner or later, you'll find out.
Graham?
Dear Scott, how can I make you understand? I want to hold you and tell you that I love you so very much, and that I know in my heart you could never be responsible for Michael's death. I don't believe Michael wrote that suicide note, but I do believe you weren't there that night. Please forgive me for ever doubting you. And please, please forgive me for not telling you who I really am. I've wanted to tell you so many times, but I made a promise to my brother. Royce and I have been very close for a very long time. If I could make you understand what we went through together as children, why we need each other so much and depend on each other. You see, it all began when... Scott, please.
Graham.
You want the best for your kids. My parents did. My kids will want the best for their kids. Even with something as simple as a snack. I feel great about giving my son new Simply Kudos. And he feels great about eating it, believe me, with its whole grains and crispy rice. Plus it's got honey and almonds too. He loves the way it tastes. I don't always agree with him, but on that, I do. New 100-calorie Simply Kudos. See how delicious, nutritious can be.
With the 3-quart family-sized iced teapot by Mr. Coffee, chances are you won't run out of delicious, fresh brewed iced tea. But if you do, you can always whip up another 3 quarts in about 10 minutes. Mr. Coffee, what'll he think of next?
With Duracell batteries, you'll know if you'll be riding off happily into the sunset or if you're about to bite the dust. Because only Duracell has the Copper Top battery tester. For batteries you know will last, you can't top the Copper Top.
In just over a half hour, your family will disappear out the door. What do you fix for dinner?
Well, if you're ready to go when I am.
It's quick. It's easy.
Oh, I invited Bobby over.
It's beef.
Hey, Bobby, pull up a chair.
It's what's for dinner.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Your channel surfing days are over. Well, at least for an hour when you watch my new program.
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung.
My new program on CBS can be described in 2 words. Coming soon.
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung, coming June 17th.
This is CBS.
Briefly, some of the stories we'll follow for you. California's getting closer to Alaska all the time. And if you're getting ready to buy a house, tune into Cairo.
This Father's Day weekend, it's the Bon Marche's 10th annual Dad and Me Family Fun Run, June 19th at Marymore Park. From the competitive 5K run and easygoing family walk to the half and 1.5 mile fun runs, it's a day of activity for all. Plus, you could win a trip for 4 to Disneyland from Alaska Airlines, featuring great packages to Southern California. Register today at all Seattle area Bon Marche's. Proceeds benefit Boys and Girls Club of King County. For more information, call 344-8709.
See Sleeping Birdie, the latest edition of Sesame Street Live, coming to the Seattle Center Coliseum for 8 fun-filled shows, Thursday, June 24th through Sunday, June 27th. Thursday, June 24th at 7 p.m., all seats are $3 off regular prices. It's Cairo TV and Radio Family Night, and a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Shoreline Public Schools Foundation. See the whole Muppet Gang from Sesame Street in a singing and dancing musical show. On sale now at all Ticketmaster centers. Call 628-0888.
I lost my life savings after one bad decision. Next Donahue.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Why are you here?
After our phone call, I thought it best if we spoke in person.
I see. Well, please sit down. I'll put Buffy in the kitchen. Excuse me.
Royce and I have been very close for a very long time. If I could make you understand what we went through together as children, why we need each other so much and depend on each other, you see, it all began when...
Did you get Royce my message?
I'm afraid that I left before Mr. Keller returned home, Miss Neal.
Darn it, you probably just missed him because he wasn't at the site when I called him. He's got to know about Cynthia.
If you would just let me handle this.
Graham, you don't know. Cynthia Linders like we do. She was a gold digger back in high school when we knew her way back when. Now she's telling me she's going to marry Roy.
Yes, but I don't think that your brother would like you to interfere.
Interfere? He's got to know what she's saying. Graham, she showed up here with an enormous rock on her hand and a necklace nearly identical to the one Royce gave Emily. Now, what if Cynthia had gone to see Emily before she came to see me?
Look, I understand your concern.
Of course I'm concerned. Now, let me call Royce.
No.
Damn it! What is going on?
Look, you're just going to make things more difficult. Let me handle it.
Handle what? What is going on? Tell me.
Look, don't take that tone of voice with me. My one and only allegiance is to Mr. Keller, and I will do whatever is necessary to protect him from anyone, and that includes you. Is that clear?
Huh, maybe I missed my calling. Okay, you're done.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Oh, you're welcome, Steve.
Tonight is going to be absolutely perfect.
What are you wearing?
Well, I thought I'd wear the same black dress I wore when Royce magically appeared on my terrace. Oh, it's all been magical for us ever since.
Princess all ready for the ball?
Well, we're working on it. Perfection takes a little time.
Whoa, I like what I see so far.
Hope Royce appreciates all this.
Oh, Mom, he is the most romantic man I've ever met. Oh, sorry, Larry.
That's all right. Your mother and I have our moments. Don't we?
Listen, if he does propose tonight, I don't want you to rush into anything.
Well, I've always wanted a June wedding.
June? It's a nice month. That'd give us a whole year.
No, this June.
You can't be serious.
Well, why not? Royce and I don't need a big wedding. Or, you know what? We could always elope. To Italy, maybe.
Don't you dare.
Look who's talking. All right, you know what? Let's just totally change the subject. Why don't we make an appointment with Dr. Michaels to talk about the in vitro procedure?
Do I sense a conspiracy?
No. What conspiracy? All I'm doing is following through on your idea, and she was all for it.
Okay, good. Well, then let's do it. And I think that it would not hurt if Royce were there.
Well, you know, we should probably be going. Yeah.
No, you just got here. Here, how about some cheese and crackers to go with this delicious champagne, huh?
Yeah, something like that to go along with this classy stuff.
Well, it's classy stuff for two very classy people. But actually, no, we do have to go. We have reservations at the Mona Lisa. Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, have you heard from Lisa in Alva?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Barbara and the baby are fine and adorable. I mean, I don't know how that happened, but yeah.
Well, that's great. I'm glad she and Hal got back together and he was able to be there.
Me too. So thanks for stopping by, huh?
Oh, our pleasure.
Right.
Listen, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Many more.
Good night. Good night. Keep it up. Okay.
Good night, sweetie.
Nice to see you.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. A decade. Yep.
Have you had enough champagne?
Honey, I am dead serious about this. I want to talk this thing through.
Oh, what am I supposed to do? Ignore my feelings?
No, do me a favor. Don't ignore mine, okay? Come on, it's our anniversary. I'm the same guy you married 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, I don't know about that, Tom, you know? I really don't.
Are there some days your hair needs more conditioning? Some days it needs less?
No matter what your hair goes through, Finesse is always there for you. Finesse your hair to beautiful.
Finesse Adjusting Conditioner tracks your hair's changing needs. Conditions more on days you need it, less on days you don't.
Finesse your hair to beautiful, beautiful. Finesse your hair to beautiful.
country crock churn style. The taste reminds me of Mom's butter on the farm. I loved growing up with that sweet butter taste.
Try the sweet, buttery taste of country crock churn style with fewer calories and no cholesterol.
So a prize number worth millions of dollars arrives in somebody's mail.
Yes, and as soon as the number's returned,
you award the $10 million for American Family.
That's the easy part. First, we've got to get the winner to return the number.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Ed and I urge you to enter the sweepstakes with our picture this week. $10 million can be yours this fast.
Please, get that number back to us, and I'll say you're a millionaire.
This has got to be my magic dress. Oh. Hello?
Hi, it's me. I know I'm supposed to pick you up in about 15 minutes.
Don't tell me there's some emergency and we've got to cancel our plans.
Minor emergency. When I stopped by the site, I found a problem with one of the elevations, and Todd just called to say that he's corrected the drawings, and I need to swing by there and pick him up.
And then you'll pick me up here?
I got a better idea. Meet me at the house. I'll have drinks waiting, and Graham will supply the snacks.
Oh. All right. I guess that would save on time. But I was kind of hoping you could see me in all of my finery before I had to step out into that rainstorm. I might show up at your house looking like a drowned rat.
Well, in that case, I'll just have to strip you naked and dry you by the fire. You think I'm joking?
Well, I think sometimes you just like to keep me guessing. All right, I'll see you soon. Ciao.
I don't think your grandfather approves of me.
Oh, Cal is just trying to figure you out. We've given him a lot to adjust to.
Actually, I'm learning all the things tonight myself. Did you actually manage the restaurant for Lisa Mitchell?
Oh, the cellar. The cellar. Believe it or not, there's a disco downstairs. You'd like it. You would.
You're full of surprises tonight.
Which reminds me, what about my surprise? You said you had one for me?
Pacienza, cara. Pacienza.
Oh, you know I've never been very good at that, especially where you're concerned.
Well, they certainly look like happy newlyweds.
How long is the honeymoon going to last? That's the question. Do you think Lily is really over Holden? I mean, there were some real hot vibes when the two of them met out at my place.
Well, vibes do not a relationship make.
Oh, yeah? Says who? I just think it's kind of odd that they got married so soon. Why didn't Damien say anything about it when he hit town, huh?
I don't know. Maybe Lily wanted to be the one to tell us all. In any case, I don't think he's after her money. She's given away most of it. And he seems to have plenty on his own.
Mind changing partners?
Not at all.
Excuse me.
Huh? Oh.
I'm going to give you the honor of dancing with my lady love.
Oh, what an incredible dancer you are.
Oh, come on, I'm a little rusty. Sierra and I don't get out that much.
Well, it's kind of hard when you have little kids. Sweet Bryant.
Oh, he's good. He's growing like the proverbial weed.
You sure miss him? He probably doesn't even remember who I am.
I know for a fact that he does.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
Here's to you. You got it all. Beautiful wife, beautiful children, happily ever after.
So about you, how are things in New York?
They're good. I like New York. There's an interesting energy there. I'm greatly appreciated at my job. However, it would be nice to come home to someone special.
You walked away from that.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
No, not in the way you mean. Kirk and I, we just wanted different things. That's all.
You're staring. Oh, excuse me. You were saying about Scott?
Oh, just, I don't know, what he said about Neil. He's been drinking. I mean, really drinking.
Well, let me ask you something. Has it
He
ever...
appears to be something that she's not. You know what I mean?
Huh. Well, has it ever struck you that both Neil Alcott and Royce Keller are very secretive people?
Neil isn't secretive at all. She's very chummy with me. And Mr. Keller, he's just obnoxious, and that's something quite different.
Actually, it was Paul Ryan who introduced us at a party in Milan.
New Year's Eve party. Oh, you know Paul Ryan? Just casually.
Actually, you should see me trying to communicate with Damien in my broken Italian.
I could barely make out what you were saying, believe me.
Little did I know his English was practically better than mine.
Well, so how's your Italian now?
Hello, how are you all doing?
Oh, hey, pull up a chair.
I'll get sure.
Yeah.
All right, certainly.
Okay, we will. You look beautiful. You look beautiful, too. Thank you. Very much. Thank you. I cannot believe what Kirk did to you. Well, at least I landed on my feet, huh?
Of course, when he did this, Connor, he did not know that Walsh and M&A were going to merge, and he did not know that you were going to be managing Kingsley Malta.
No, he didn't. And we're so excited about it.
Oh, good.
Tariffs listed for 3 years.
So I understand you still have some ties to Walsh Montgomery.
Well, it's titular primarily. Most of my focus is on Montega at the moment, where there are some remarkable business opportunities, I might add. I hope that you and Lily will come down for a visit. I'm sure Sierra would like to meet her new brother-in-law.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to run to the powder room, and I'll let Craig extol the virtues of Montagan industry. Excuse me.
I just was puzzling about Scott. I wonder what... Well...
Excuse me. I'll be right back. Connor, listen. I just wanted to congratulate you on pulling off that coup. I mean, merging with M&A to get Kingsley Malta was brilliant. No hard feelings?
Ordinary light can rob your milk of essential vitamins and good taste. Within just 24 hours, light can destroy a significant amount of the riboflavin in low-fat milk and steal even more of the added vitamin A. But paper cartons block out harmful light and protect your milk. And recycling of cartons is growing. Paper cartons block light out, keep vitamins in.
In the battle against plaque, the Colgate Plus toothbrush is armed to the teeth with a diamond-shaped head and dual bristles to help combat plaque, even between teeth. Colgate Plus, in the fight against plaque, it's a plus.
It's getting to be about that time.
To announce another $10 million number, Ed?
Right. Another $10 million prize is waiting to be claimed in just weeks.
So look for our picture in your mail.
And the millions of dollars you could win real soon.
And unto Muffy and Lucky was born Blackie, and from Blackie issued forth Jerry and Teddy and Perry, whereafter Perry begat sugar and spice. Then came Whitey the meek and Samantha the brave. The world was then graced by Bruce the good, Flip, and Georgette the
Purina Cat Chow brand cat food for cat chow care, generation after generation.
And Snookums.
At JCPenney, we haven't just changed our styles for summer.
We've become a completely different animal.
With fish. And fowl.
Horses.
And mules.
With spots.
And stripes. And a beautiful coat.
And while we're dressed like a peacock.
And watching quality like a hawk.
It's our great values that have always made us
the leader of the pack. JCPenney.
Royce? Graham? Huh. Go away, ghosts. No Duvernay poured. Not a good sign. Okay. Just think about Italy.
Emily?
Oh, God! Royce, you scared me half to death. I
I thought for a second we got our signals crossed. When you called, you told me to meet you here, but when I got here, the house was dark, and well, Graham doesn't even seem to be here. Where'd you come from?
Oh, I came in through the French doors from the terrace. I left my raincoat in the bathroom. It's pouring out.
I know. I just got here myself. I thought I might find a couple of Dubonnays poured, like in Italy.
Forget Dubonnet. This is a night for champagne. It's finished.
The designs of the tower? Oh, gosh, let me see them.
No. Last thing I want to do tonight is show you my fancy ductwork. Graham? There you are.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I realized that we were out of Dubonnet.
Well,
sir.
We've decided we want champagne. Do we have any of that chilled?
Yes, of course, sir. I'll just go and get it.
Oh, your jacket's ripped, Graham. In the seam there where the sleeve meets the shoulder.
What? I must have, the service was terribly slow in the liquor store. So, I was reaching for the Dubonnet myself, and foolishly, it must have happened then. Look, I do beg your pardon, please. I'll just change.
You shook him up. He prides himself on being sartorially correct at all times.
Well, that's the dress you were wearing when I first saw you in Amalfi.
You noticed.
Impossible not to. Speaking of that perfect evening, I believe it started something like this.
Pork or ginger chicken?
Nothing, thank you.
It'll get cold.
I don't give a damn. God! I want to ask you something. When you were taping the show with Kim this afternoon, did it ever once cross your mind that when you were living with the threat of AIDS that you didn't have to go through that alone?
Yes.
Good. How many crises would you say that we've been through together over the last 10 years?
Plenty.
And would you say we've worked them all through, right? Considering your relationship with Hal, the fact that you fell in love with him and had his child, I would say that could have very easily been the end of us, right?
Yeah, I know.
Good. So we're back to Hal. I think that your feelings are very complicated here, and I think it has very little to do with my keeping something from you. I was under orders, very specific orders. They were the ones that felt that you shouldn't know the truth because of your sensitive relationship with Hal, and I argued with Joe, I even argued with Hal, and I am not done yet! I didn't even know that Hal was alive until after they had already told you that he was dead, and Joe led me to believe that this was a temporary silence, and I would be able to tell you after the situation was stabilized.
Well, didn't you feel just a little bit hypocritical?
Yes, okay? Yes, I felt hypocritical, okay? Look, I kept arguing with Joe. It was Barbara's pregnancy that they were really concerned about, the fact that Hal didn't know, and I think if it hadn't been for that, they would have allowed me to tell you the truth. They thought that if Hal knew the truth, that he might blow the whole thing. He was the one they were worried about.
Well, I wouldn't have told him.
Do you remember the night that Adam thought that he saw Hal outside of his bedroom window? Well, it was Hal. Now, can you honestly tell me, if you had come face to face with him at that time, that you would not have told him about Barbara's pregnancy?
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just not as good at lying as you are.
Well, maybe I just love you more than you realize then. Maybe I understood, maybe I knew what would happen to you if you had told Hal. And he would have endangered himself. Barbara or Jennifer, and they'd wound up dead instead of Pete Cerrone.
That wise guy that was killed outside of Barbara's?
Yes.
Hal took him out, didn't he?
I don't know anything about that as fact. They kept me in the dark. I'm the district attorney. I would have had to follow through on that.
Well, can I believe you? Huh?
Let me tell you something. If anybody ever puts me in the position of having to lie to you again, I will quit. I will not do it. I love you more than I've ever loved in the world. You mean everything to me. I would kill for you. Okay, what else do you want me to say?
Michael Jordan in Hanes briefs. Michael Jordan in new improved Hanes briefs. The new comfort of Hanes briefs. Better fit, better feel, better than ever.
Just wait until we get a Hanes on you.
Now buy 2 packages of Hanes underwear and the new video Michael Jordan Airtime and get $5 by mail.
A U.S. government report indicates that there are 47 million Americans who are functionally illiterate. And unfortunately, America has dropped to 49th in literacy in the world.
Learn to read with Hooked on Phonics, the musical reading program. Then, read to learn with SRA reading comprehension used by over 60 million people.
Hooked on Phonics worked for me.
Call 1-800-ABCDEFG.
We were 3 days out of Dakar on the Queen Elizabeth II. I was right in the middle of an apricot flambe.
Captain, I'm afraid we've just run out of Colombian coffee.
Run out, Mr. Howard?
Full about, Mr. Roberts. Engine room, full speed.
So, we turned back. Under the circumstances, it was the only civilized thing we could do.
100% Colombian coffee, the richest coffee in the world.
Duncan's calling home for the 100th time. Lamar's watching the baby.
Oh, she must be developing quite a personality.
Oh, yes, yes. Before I know it, she'll be in college.
Lamar has managed to lull Bonnie to sleep by reading the entire advertising report from the Argus.
Put me out.
Your wheels are turning.
Oh, I'm just wondering what they were talking about. What are they cooking up?
How about a dance for old time's sake?
Okay.
So, you probably don't remember what day it is.
Yes, I do. It was a great wedding, even though it wasn't legal.
Who knew the captain had to be aboard his own ship to make it official? We had fun, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a great time.
Damien, looked like you were having a pretty good powwow with old Kirk.
Yes. Well, I promised a surprise to my wife tonight. And now that it's all settled, I'm proud to announce that Lily and I are the new owner of the Oakdale Yacht Club. And the yacht. And the restaurant. Everything.
Will there be anything else, sir?
No, thank you. A toast.
Yes. To the completion of the designs for the worldwide tower.
No. To the extraordinarily beautiful woman who has shown me that there's more to life than buildings and blueprints. Who set me free in ways that I'm only beginning to understand. And who, I hope, will always be a part of my life. Now, I'm a traditionalist. Miss Emily Stewart, will you do me the honor of becoming Mrs. Royce Calvin?
Neil, open the door! Neil, open the door! I'll break it down! Neil, open the... Neil? Neil! Oh my God! No, Neil! Neil, no! Neil!
It's the front porch, the backyard. Amanda, Lulu, Big D, and the kids' table. It's the area code you call most, and if you spend $40 a month, AT&T will guarantee you 25% off your calls there, plus 15% off your other AT&T calls anytime. What's that mean? We could save you more than MCI or Sprint. But you have to call 1-800-426-4752. Guaranteed savings where it really matters.